I don't play guitar.
Is that a guitar in your hand?
It is a guitar in my hand.
Oh, let's see it.
This is Annie's.
Oh, okay. She plays guitar.
No, she doesn't.
What the hell?
She's wanted to play guitar, but
All
she
right.
doesn't know how to play guitar. And for some reason, it was sitting out in the middle of the room, so I grabbed it, and now I just kind of fiddle fart with it.
All right.
I tried learning guitar one time, and it just didn't work.
I have an acoustic. Well, we have a couple of acoustics here. We are a musical family, and because my wife plays piano and stuff, and she taught the kids how to play piano. So we have a few acoustic guitars sitting around, and my Mac. You have Mac stuff, right?
Yes,
MacBook?
I'm on a Mac right now.
All right. So GarageBand used to be a thing on MacBook.
It's still a thing.
Okay, there are lessons for guitar lessons on there. You can just set it can hear your guitar. You can tune it through there. It can teach you lessons. So I started doing that because I want to be able to pick up like you have, bring an acoustic guitar to a fire, strum some songs, maybe sing some Mouse Rat songs, whatever. And I just stopped doing it. But you can download more tutorials and more lessons. It's a pretty cool thing. But I don't think
know that I could download more to my Mac, because my Mac can't even download the latest operating systems.
Yeah, well, mine's getting old too. I think it's a 2013. So
I think mine's like a 2012.
Okay, so we're right about the same. And I don't want to spend. I love the Mac for what it does for our podcast because we do Logic Pro software and stuff. So if this Mac takes a crap, they don't make Logic Pro for a Windows machines. I'll have to spend $1,200 for a new MacBook. So I'm hoping that's not the case. So I put a little note in our rundown thing that I sent you about a new sponsor.
Sponsor coming soon? There's no details in it.
I thought
this is going to probably be another one of those times where you just don't tell me jack shit.
No, I'm telling you. That's why I sent it to you. I wanted you to know.
Okay, I know a little bit, but I want more details.
I actually put the name of the sponsor in the rundown.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I still want more details. Is this happening? Are they thinking about it?
Oh, it's definitely happening. So I spoke with Hannah at SurfPrep. For those of you that don't know, SurfPrep is a sanding machine company. They make sanders.
That one of us
and
owns.
Vacuums that Brandon owns, and I'll have here within a week. But
wait, you ordered one?
I'll be ordering a few. So we went back and forth, and I told her that she asked me if I wanted to join the affiliate program to be part of the SurfPrep family.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week.
Yeah, well, after we had her on, after she watched the pre-show, and we talked about the email stuff, she sent me the detailed email version. I went back, responded to her, and then Friday, I think it was Friday when I woke up, there was another email from her in reference to joining the program and all that kind of stuff and getting to be a member of the SurfPrep family. So I told her by tonight or tomorrow night, because of the podcast, I'm going to put together an order. So I want to text you about it. I don't want to disclose anything during the show. And we'll go from there.
You do one of those cool little edits of experiencing technical difficulties, and then we just got this part out, and then we just talk about it.
All right. In 5. All right. So, anyways, I get 50% off.
Holy shit!
She said because of shortages, I can't give you any free sanders, and I'm like,
wait, that's an option?
Yeah. So you know what, Brandon? Honestly, if I had 30,000 followers, I think it would be an option, right?
Oh yeah, I would think so. I mean, they're hooking David Miller up with one for a giveaway for I think he has 35.
Yeah. So, and hopefully as my channel grows or page grows or whatever in the future, we can do that. But so her return, when I first sent her an email, I said to her, listen, that's when I was thinking it was going to be 30% off, right? I told her, if you're going to give me 30% off your product, the difference I save in money, I'll put towards a sponsorship in the show because we charge $40 an episode. So when she sent me back a new version of the deal on Friday, it was 50% off. An affiliate program membership. And then I got to pick swag for the shop, like a banner and hats and shirt and stuff. And then she actually just wants to sponsor the show without me doing it that way. So I won't be losing money. She'll actually be paying sponsorship for the show, and asked how and when. And I told her, feel free to pick as many episodes as you want. It's $40 an episode. And then we'd like to have you on the show to tell the story of SurfPrep. So she's all in. So we'll find out how many episodes and all that other stuff. And then I asked her to please send actual professional photography stuff of the product so we can put them up on YouTube as we do the disclaimer and read about the product and all that kind of stuff. So, and Michelle over at Driverback, she paid for 3 shows, and we have never even done this episode is brought to you by Driverback yet, because she was supposed to be on the show first, right before we did that. But she's so busy. I think we're just going to do like maybe the next 3 or we'll do this episode, maybe the beginning of the episode. It'll be Driverback. And then then next week, if we don't have SurfPrep yet, Driverback again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited. I'm going to buy your square sander.
The 3x4?
I'm going to buy a 3x4 and an orbital because I hate my Ryobi. That's right there.
That's the next one I'm going to get is the orbital.
So I wanted to ask her if I can buy a third one at that discount as a gift, and then you just pay me for it. Because I don't want to abuse the privilege,
Well, yeah, no, we don't want to piss them off.
So I was going to ask her if she minds if I bought a third one at that discount to do as a gift, and then I'll just sell it to you for the same price. So if you have the money and you want one, let me know. I'm probably going to place the order within 2 days.
Yeah, let's see.
I don't know how much it is. I actually have to look it up.
I'll have to look later tonight.
Yeah, so check it out and let me know. And then I'm going to order the vacuum, and she said she can't give me 50% off on the vacuum, but she's going to give me a discount for it. And I'm getting a discount coupon code for any of our followers on the podcast and on my channel that they'll get a percentage off that we can offer our followers. So that's pretty cool.
So I'm like, is it part of this? I'm the step family member of the SurfPrep family.
You would be, yeah. So,
story of my life.
Go back to recording the podcast now, where I can edit all this stuff out.
Always the stepchild. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. And we're back after that private conversation with Brandon.
I had to keep it. I don't know if you guys use this 10 code out there, but I had to keep it 1036.
I couldn't tell you what 1036 means.
It means confidential info.
Oh, yeah, we don't use that. We don't use a lot of 10 codes in my department. We only use maybe 8 or 9.
They really should standardize it. If for like nothing else, but like at a state level of like, hey, every agency in California uses these specific codes.
Right.
Just so that way, if there's ever a, massive event where you have multiple agencies responding, that you're all speaking the same language, Yeah,
I agree. And it's funny, in between even agencies that aren't far apart, the 10 codes we basically use the same as the Illinois State Police. Basically. And some departments just use plain language. They don't want to use 10 codes. So, and some use codes and signals like signal 1, signal 2, and some other I don't know.
And LAPD has their own little way of talking. Like for us, like arriving at a scene would be like 1097. And there's even like different ways that you say things in different agencies. Like some agencies would say like 1097 or 1097 or just 97.
Okay.
And then you have like LAPDs who's like, show me code 6. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What's code 6?
What's code 6? Yeah. That sounds bad. I know for us, code 7 means mealtime.
Oh, I don't even know what our lunch break one is. A 1023 is on the scene for us. So sometimes we'll say we're 23. We're just 23.
For us, 1023 or 23 would be standby.
Okay. 1096.
We should do for us a 1096 is a high risk ped stop.
Oh, a 1096 for us is a nut job.
We should do a really nerdy episode where we just like go through the different codes that our agencies use. Nobody will listen to it.
Right. Some cops might. They'll be like, hey,
they might.
I use those codes.
Oh, so that's what they mean.
I wonder if I'm going to have my friends in Sycamore send me the list where we did signal 1 and signal 2, and an L7 is a female and an L5 is a male. All that kind of crazy shit. I have see the L7 1047 about the L5. I'm like, what are you saying to me? Just tell me I got a domestic between a guy and a woman. What the hell?
See, for some reason we call females X-rays.
I don't know
why.
Either.
I don't get it. I don't know why.
I don't get that one either. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Gosh.
X-rays.
I just work here, man.
Right. When you work.
Yeah, mail in an X and a verbal. I'm like, oh, that's getting bad. Please stay verbal. Please stay verbal.
Yeah. I had 4 floppy boobies and flopping around this weekend and all kinds of gross stuff.
Holding a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Oh. Ugh. Was she holding it by the throat or
Yeah.
by the bait? Okay. Okay.
She almost got tased.
While holding Jack Daniels.
Yeah, because the recruit told her to put it down, and she like wound up like she was going to throw it. And I go, oh, if you start to come forward, you're going to eat this one.
Wow.
And then she threw it to the side. I'm like, damn it.
Okay. Yeah, but then you would have had to do the paperwork.
I don't care. I can write a use of force with a taser really fast.
Yeah.
Especially that one. She had a blunt object
and she
displayed
raised it
in a threatening manner, causing me to fear for my partner's safety. Therefore, I discharged my freaking taser at a distance of whatever feet to keep myself safe and to not further escalate the situation.
And where'd you hit her?
Right in the titty.
Oh, in the tit.
In the nipple.
Let me plug my computer in so I don't lose power.
Yeah, you should do that. Just wouldn't be a podcast if Mike didn't leave the screen.
Uh-oh. Remember people saying when you're charging or decharging a battery in an electronic device, I think back in the day it was you would let it go down as far as possible, right? So you don't lose any memory storage in the battery. I just had this conversation with one of my friends at work, and he's saying now you're supposed to charge your phone when it gets down to anywhere between 30 and 45%, somewhere in that range. I think it was my brother-in-law, Tony, was telling me, because there's no longer that issue, or it's no longer good to let your battery all the way deplete.
I've heard that before, like recently, like within the last couple of months. I just around of like, oh yeah, don't let your battery go all the way dead because I don't know. But I thought you were supposed to let it go all the way dead, like every now and then.
I thought so too.
I don't know.
Anyways,
also, I know it's not good to leave it like plugged in for like once it's fully charged.
That's why I had this computer unplugged, so it could use the battery. Otherwise, I thought I was going to lose battery memory when I do unplug it. And I didn't want to risk it just, dying on me. So, and I see that now on my Mac. I normally use it in the squad until it gets down to about 20%. I'll plug it in. But now it only charges up to 99%. But that's 10 years. So I guess that's not a bad trade-off. But it goes fast. It'll last maybe 2 hours. And you can't do any like processing or anything like that because that really eats up the battery. So if you're just like surfing the web, it's okay.
It reminds me, I got to plug in my laptop because I got 2 DORs I got to write tomorrow.
Oh.
It's okay. They're like the Limbo week ones.
Oh, where nothing much happens?
Yeah. You just write Limbo for all the grading. And then you just do like a best of the day, worst of the day. And then sometimes for Limbo, I just put in there like, oh yeah, so recruit so-and-so responded to a number of calls and was exposed to X amount of events.
That's it.
And that's it. And then starting this week, I'm going to drop the hammer on them.
Our new recruit is on the day shift that precedes our shift. And they work Tuesday through Saturday, so I got a chance to see him the last few days. And the first thing I want him to fix when he comes to nights is his fucking uniform. He looks like he slept in it. Now, he's almost 7 feet tall.
Jesus.
Yeah. If he's not 7. Yeah, he's like 6'10" or some. He's a monster. He's tall. He's not, not like Dolph Lundgren.
Well, it would be normal if you were like super tall and then.
Yeah, but it's funny.
400 pounds.
I guess to find uniforms for people that tall, right? Their torsos are the size of my outfeed table.
Yeah.
And then their legs are, like stilts. And so he just looks like one wrinkled ball. And I don't know why. So it bothered me. I almost said something. Hey, man, you sleep in that suit? But I don't want to. I'll wait till he comes to our shift.
I don't want to be a dick yet.
I'm a big uniform guy. It has to be, perfect. That bothers me when it's not. So
I'm big on the uniform in the first rotation, but then once you actually start doing the job, like, I don't care.
No, I mean, still, this many years later.
Just don't look like a shithead.
Yeah. We had one guy who, is that a hot dog on your shirt? He would just, it looked like he had all kinds of shit on him. He would eat, stuff would fall on him. He'd just go to mustard? A call. Yeah. I don't know if you saw the movie, She's Having a Baby, Kevin Bacon. It's from the 90s.
I don't think I have.
I think it's a newly married couple, and he's trying to impress her parents or whatever, and he actually is cooking steak or whatever outside, and he drops one on the ground. So he brushes it off, and then he puts it on the plate, and they go in. He hates her dad. And then the dad's cutting the steak. He's like, this dirt on my steak. It's hilarious. But if you get a chance, it's a good couples movie to watch.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good one. I just can't get over Ted Lasso, man. I watched the 2 episodes. I worked overtime, and I was so exhausted when I came home, yet I still sat down to watch 2 episodes of Ted Lasso before I fell asleep.
Season 1 is great. Season 2 is okay.
I'm on season 2. I like it so far.
Okay. Season 1's way better. I don't like what they did to Ted.
Okay, I guess I'll have to find out.
Well, how far into it are you? Just 2 episodes?
3? Oh, okay. Maybe. I just finished the Christmas episode yesterday. It wasn't today, because today when I came home, I was exhausted, went right to bed. Yesterday, I stayed up to watch 2 quick episodes.
I get where they're taking the character, but
I could watch him do that dance in the locker room over and over. Because it reminds me of his character on Saturday Night Live with the sweatsuit.
Okay.
And whatever talk show it on, he's the dancer in the talk show, and he just does that dance. I just love it. Good stuff. What else you got going on that's not going to be in the show?
Not a whole lot, man. Got a package from UPS today because our washing machine, I guess one of the valves broke, and so we used the home warranty.
Okay.
So the guy had to order a couple parts, and then UPS shipped the parts, and it looked like they had Pat McAfee punt the box.
Again?
Dude, it's so bad. It was so bad I had to post a picture of it to my stories. I'm like, you guys aren't even trying anymore.
Did I miss that?
This is ridiculous. Well, I posted it maybe 2 hours ago.
Oh, okay. I'll find it now. Let me just turn this down because I don't want to disturb our broadcast. Here's people your kids in a wet pool park. Oh, there we go.
It's just a regular park with a splash pad.
Dude, that's one of the worst boxes I've ever seen if it came delivered like that.
Right? That's exactly how it came. Annie was going to start messing with it. I go, no. I need to take a picture of this. This is how bad.
And you tagged UPS?
Yeah.
Did they respond?
I got an automated response of if you have any questions, and
right.
Then he actually
in our company.
They actually sent me something. Hold on a second. I'll read it to you.
That's hilarious.
But so they send me the automated response.
Yeah.
And so I just responded back to this. I'm just trying to find out why you all seem to be getting worse and worse at shipping things. And then Luis responded. He said, I'm sorry about this delivery. To assist, you may provide your tracking number, delivery address, email address, and contact phone number. Luis. You're a fucking robot, dude.
Right. Thanks, Luis. So that's it, huh?
Yeah. It's just could you guys just not suck?
I never
That's
had
all
that
I'm
happen
asking
yet.
for.
Yeah. It's a simple request.
Just
not
suck.
to suck.
I'm not asking you to be stellar. I'm not asking much. Just don't suck.
Yeah. Well, sorry that had to happen.
I mean, all the parts are fine. Well, at least they look fine. But one of them was fucking poking out of the box. I'm like, are you? One, whoever packaged this was just not good at their job. They literally all they did was take the parts, throw it in the box, throw a couple of those little air bubble things in there. Not bubble wrap, but the little plastic sheets of air bubbles. throw that in there and then throw some tape on it and toss that bitch over to UPS, and then UPS just started kicking and beating the shit out of it.
Right. There was actually a game for them. They wanted to see who could do more damage. They were doing a beatdown.
Yeah. I'm just like, God dang, dude.
Speaking of beatdowns, I started watching Reservation Dogs.
Okay.
Are you familiar?
I've heard of it. I'm trying to recall it.
I think it was on FX because it's on Hulu now, the first season at least, and it's a Taika Waititi production, and it's about an Indian reservation in Oklahoma and 4 kids that are trying to get out of there and save up money to go to California and escape this life of theirs on the reservation city. And one of their best friends died, so it picks up a year later after their best friend died, and they steal shit and sell stuff to get money, and then the one police officer is the same guy who's in Longmire and now Dark Winds. He plays the chief on Longmire. He's a lieutenant on Dark Winds. He's the one Indian guy that plays a cop in every movie and show. And
is he in
this
Yellowstone?
I have to check. That's a good question. And he usually plays a serious character, but this character is like a dumb cop. It's hilarious. The show is funny and sad. It's a dramedy or whatever. It's worth checking out. Yeah. But the leader of their little gang they get nicknamed the Reservation Dogs, like the Reservoir Dogs, gets beat up, and he sees an Indian as like he always passes out, and then like the first time they did a drive-by, the rival gang that just came to town did a drive-by, but with paint guns. Like getting hit in slow motion and falling down, and then and then you hear boom, 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 and you can see the paintballs coming out of the Caprice Classic as they're driving by. And so the main kid gets knocked out. His nickname's Bear, or his name's Bear because he's an Indian. And then he like drifts off to some ethereal plane, right? And says some Indian comes riding up on a horse. And the guy's like,
ayahuasca for me, man.
The guy's like, I'm not whatever that most famous Indian warrior is.
Tonto?
Not Tonto, a real one.
Is that race? That's where my mind went.
Because that's a TV show. So the kid's like, he calls the kid Messy Hair or something as his name because his kid's hair is always a mess. But he's riding a horse and he starts talking about he goes, I died in the Battle of Bighorn. I didn't get to kill anybody because my horse stepped in a gopher hole and fell, killed me as I saw Custard. And it's a riot, dude. I'm enjoying it. So if you get a chance, it's on Hulu or FX on demand or whatever. I don't know.
I might have to look at that.
It's like the 3rd or 4th Indian themed show I'm watching. There seems to be more of them coming out, which is good because those people got screwed. So if you want to, if they're going to compare about who's owed reparations, I think the Indians would deserve it more than anybody else.
Well, if you go by today, right? Who's been directly affected by it? I would say, probably Indians more so than anybody else.
And my buddy Danny goes, they should have had guns.
Would have solved a lot of problems.
We had the guns. They didn't. We have their shit. So it's pretty funny. This old man and his wife are driving in a car. One of the scenes, and he's like talking, and she's talking about something about the Indians. Oh, they passed a sign on the street, and someone wrote, "Give back the land" or something like that. She goes, and she's like, we took all this land from them. These people, they got to be in their 80s. And he's like, he says something, and she goes, I'm part Indian. He goes, I'm part millionaire. And they hit a deer.
That's funny.
Taika Waititi, I'm up for anything he makes. Saw Thor. Did I tell you?
You didn't tell me that you saw Thor. How was that?
I liked it.
I've heard
I want to watch it a second time.
But negative things about it.
And that's what I had heard before I went. So I have read some stuff since then from Marvel comic experts, if you will.
Okay.
Because I don't read the comics, dude. I don't know. I didn't know who the Mighty Thor is. And Jane Foster actually is the Mighty Thor in the comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they were hoping that they would have used her a little differently, and then the movie, the title Love and Thunder, it means something that they don't explain till the very end, which is pretty cool.
Oh.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. Just at first I thought it was a waste of the Guardians because they're in it at the beginning.
Okay.
But I thought
it makes
it'd see
sense
more
because
of them.
I mean, at the end of the last
they
one
go
that
off
he's in, he
together.
takes off with them.
Yeah, they're going to be like the Asgardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And so they're only in it for like 5 minutes or something, and they take off
Okay.
because they're like the world police now. So they're going around
Like
from
Team
galaxy to
America.
galaxy. Like Team America. So I've watched a few videos on it to see if I can learn anything else from Easter eggs that are in it and stuff like that, because I like to know all those things that they put in there in the background.
Now, I had heard that like one, I think it's, was it Russell Crowe that's in it?
Yeah, he plays Zeus.
Okay, he just keeps talking about orgies the whole time.
I don't know. I don't remember that part. I mean, I guess maybe there is a part of that.
Because I really don't want to have to explain.
No, to your
children.
kids. No, well, here's the other thing. Dan and I, when we were watching the previews or the trailer,
Yeah.
there's a scene where Thor is standing in front of Zeus, and Zeus flicks off his clothes, so he makes him naked.
Yeah.
And Dan's like, "Oh, it's okay to objectify Chris Hemsworth because of his body,
Yeah.
but we can't objectify women now." But here,
No.
you see all the women behind Zeus just pass out when Thor becomes naked. So we had this discussion about objectifying people, because usually the women are all mad that they're getting objectified, but I'm sure they all love seeing Chris Hemsworth naked. So I can't find this question from David. I don't know. Did he send it on
He said he
Instagram?
I
thought he said that too, but I'm on our email page, and there's no question from David, and there's not in spam.
I wonder if he sent the question in the live.
Oh, well, we're not going to get it now, because that's not how it works. So it is not in our Handcuffs and Sawdust podcast email, where anyone can send a question at handcuffs&sawdustpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, it's my line.
I know. And it's not at marazawoodworking.com. Hey, did you opt in for my weekly or my newsletter from my website?
I did.
Did you see the first newsletter that went out? 2 people commented, "Hey, the wrong date's on here." So I had to redo another blast with the proper dates on it.
It made me laugh.
That's good. And I got to use the picture of Mittens one last time.
You shamed him so bad he left.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I can't find it, so I'm going to look on here on the Handcuffs and Sawdust message board. He sent a message, to the Handcuffs and Sawdust Instagram.
Oh.
So I have it here. Okay. Want me to forward it to you?
Sure.
I'm going to screenshot it and just send it in a text because it's easier.
That works.
Yeah. So I'm kind of hungry.
All right, well, then let's get this shit wagon on the air.
Shit wagon.
I don't know.
Here he comes. Sending it.
Okay. Scrolling through emails from work saying that they want us to continue to wear masks.
Get out. I'm also sending you some really bad pictures of me from the 80s that my friend just found. All right. So you still have to wear a mask at work.
Well, they want us to, but I can't remember the last time any of us fucking wore a mask. Oh, they're up in the secondary employment.
Are you guys having a COVID outbreak?
Apparently.
Okay.
Let's see here from the COVID detail.
Okay, let's hear it.
We are in the midst of an uptick in COVID cases. As a reminder, please continue to wear your mask per the guidelines distributed by OER. Clean your workstations and clean your patrol cars. As always, stay safe and healthy. The COVID detail.
There's an actual COVID detail made up of police officers, or is it civilians?
A sergeant,
a
lieutenant, and a captain.
Way too much brass on that detail.
Yeah, I agree.
So what are you in charge of? COVID. Are you in charge of giving people COVID? No, I'm supposed to be telling our guys not how to get it.
Sweet baby Jesus.
You know how you don't get COVID when you're a police officer? Don't work.
Sure, I could always just stay home.
That's right. All right, let's kick this puppy in the ass and move on, shall we?
Let's light this candle.
Thanks for joining us in the pre-show of episode 48.
The Pablo Sandoval episode, or Russ Ortiz. You can go with Russ Ortiz if you want.
I'm gonna tell you who, when we start the show, who I'm gonna say is the episode of.
Okay. Is this episode going to be brought to you by Driverback?
It might be. You'll have to tune in and find out.
I'm genuinely asking.
No, we have to say goodbye first.
I don't know what we're doing.
I can edit out the part that we don't want to hear.
Okay.
Okay, so Brandon, this episode will be brought to you by a sponsor that we know of.
Okay, cool.
But I'm first going to look them up online to see if I can get some tags or something that I can say.
I don't think...
Because she didn't send me anything.
I think I know what they're... I think I know what it is. Pretty sure I know what it is.
You know what it is?
Pretty sure. Let me see real quick.
I'm Googling it myself.
We're stalling. We're not...
A retractable bit lanyard.
No, that's not it.
It is what? Oh, you mean...
No, it's not.
Always ready for your next screw.
Yes, always ready for your next screw.
Yeah. So I will... Driverback is the only patented retractable bit lanyard system for your drill. I'm going to go do all that stuff.
Okay, and after you say that, I'm gonna end it with Driverback. Always ready for your next screw.
All right, cool. And then the website is driverback.com. So I think we're good.
All right.
Let's
do this.
In 5,